Cool. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. That's
Right
good.
on. So who you with?
I'm with Intuition.
Okay, Intuition. And what is it that your guys' company does?
So Intuition is the trust protocol, and we're building a decentralized knowledge graph and reputation system.
Okay.
So essentially, we're creating like a incentivized wisdom of the crowds engine. We want to create a space where data can be accessed by anyone and is not gate kept and siloed by traditional apps like Instagram, Google, Facebook, Yelp. We want your data to be accessible by you, by your person, by your identity, and we're doing so by kind of decomposing knowledge into the atomic level of identities. Identities don't just have to be for people, but they can be for places, for things, for objects, for ideas, and we're assigning DIDs to all these components. So you could have a DID for, say, MetaMask. You could have a DID for the word is, and you could have a DID for the word trustworthy. And now you combine these DIDs together to create a claim. MetaMask is trustworthy, and that claim can now be staked on by people saying, yeah, I agree that MetaMask is trustworthy, I'm going to put an ETH behind that. And now if you have this structure of all these composed pieces of data where people are saying that they think certain things are trustworthy or not, you kind of create this rich, verifiable data structure that people can reference and then make better decisions about how they navigate their life. For instance, like, am I going to sign this MetaMask transaction? Well, yeah, I think now that I see that my friends say that it's trustworthy, I am going to sign that transaction. That's like a Web3 example, but if you think about a Web2 example, you have reviews, and most people aren't writing reviews. Most people are viewing reviews to make decisions. But where's that data coming from? It's coming from polarizing opinions. People who had a great experience, people who had a great experience, people who had a bad experience. You're kind of losing that whole middle piece. And if we're incentivizing people to add their data, add their opinions to a review, now you're capturing more opinions, and you're also rewarding people for sharing that opinion. So the more people that share their opinion based on the identities you're creating and attesting to, and the claims you're creating and staking for and against, everyone else in the system gets rewarded. So we want to make Web3 safer. We want to allow people to make better decisions, and we want to bring trust to trustless systems in the way that it currently works.
And what do you think is the benefit of that moving forward? Trust, that is.
Trust, yeah. I mean, we're living in a world where data is skewed. Data is skewed by businesses that sponsor the results on your searches. Data is skewed by AI agents coming in, or even people using AI to create what you see and what you ingest. So as we move towards this world that's a bit harder to understand and validate and verify what is truth, we can use blockchain and DIDs and this kind of social verifiable wisdom to create a more truthful experience and how we navigate the world.
And what would you say separates your guys' company opposed to the other ones maybe that you're competing with? Or is there something that separates you guys from the rest of the company?
Yeah, so I'm not sure we have a direct competitor. I think we're taking kind of this interesting approach where we don't view identities as just being for people, and we don't view credentials, if you're talking about verifiable credentials, being a one-to-one relationship. By kind of assigning DIDs and identities to everything and allowing users to create those attestations and place their stake on everything, it all kind of relates. You kind of create this composable structure to all the data that exists. So it's a bit more of a broad approach, and it could be applied to a lot of use cases. We're just the protocol layer. We hope that applications can build on top of us. We do have a portal, an Explorer at the moment. We're in beta testnet, but we think that this will create this really rich data lake that developers can build on top of and pipe our data into whatever they're building.
And how do you think that's helping moving forward with cryptocurrency and people in the general public that are unaware, really, of the safety protocols
Yeah, so like if you think about someone new to Web3, there's a lot to understand and try to navigate. You know, it's you might not know who to follow, you might not know which projects are good, you might not know which tokens are scams. There's just a lot of information out there, and it's hard to just like kind of filter the signal through the noise. And that's what we're trying to accomplish here. Is when you create all this data with identities and claims, you're also able to query data. So the querying component is actually like a really big part of this project, because now I can search for specific things that are important to me. So if I want to know not just is MetaMask trustworthy, but I want to know is MetaMask trustworthy, and what do my 10 friends think is the most trustworthy wallets, and is Vitalik also in agreement of this wallet being trustworthy? I can create this like really specific query and find really specific results tailored to what I'm looking for. And that's just something like you can't really do in the Web 2 space, and not even in the Web 3 space. So I guess, yeah, that's kind of...
No, that's great, yeah. So where would the public go and find you guys if they're interested?
So you can visit us at intuition.systems, that's our website. We're also on 0x Intuition on Twitter, and we're in beta right now. So beta testnet is live right now. We've got 25 hackers working at the hackathon, building on top of us right now. And you can expect us to go live on mainnet come summer.
And personally, how do you think cryptocurrency is going to possibly help humanity from 2024 looking forward in the future?
Yeah, I mean, cryptocurrency is like really just the the payment behind all this decentralized technology. I think there's a lot more that can be done than just the currency piece. I think the currency piece is even just a bit of a misnomer. It kind of blankets a lot of the other exciting stuff that's happening. So like, yes, it's the rails upon which all this is being built, but I think what will really get people excited about these possibilities are just like novel use cases. And like with what we're building, you don't need to know anything else. It's like we just want your intuition. We want your views of the world, whether they're the good, the bad, and the ugly, everything in between. And we're just creating a space for you to put those ideas out there, make claims about what you believe is true, what you believe is wrong, and the truth will float to the top because people are putting their Ethereum behind their mouth, they're putting their money where their mouth is, and they're putting their reputation behind that as well. So between those two things, you've got reputation and money. Those are pretty good incentives to make amazing